super jazzed up. Listen to the music. I'm just hype. It's ready to go.
Change the thumbnail. What? YouTube?
Oh yeah. A thumbnail I should have been using, to be honest, but. Typically do this. Do my normal strats. There we go. All right, yeah, I'm good. I'll just tweet it out as well. Get everybody up to date on what's happening, and then we're good. Everybody's wonderful night, most likely stateside. You know, enjoy your nights. How was everybody's day off? Oh no.
Yeah, we didn't get the theme this time, Bumble. It's just straight in the gameplay. Hello, rainy day.
Delete.
Well, you know this man thinks that you ended your stream yesterday because he joined.
I was so sad.
He messaged me right after. Wow, he ended stream because I showed up. I'm like, no, he fucking didn't.
Copy.
You know, it'd be nice if
My apologies.
payment went through. Oh, I know they got it.
This case.
I had a really strange Danganronpa dream.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was in it.
Oh no. What happened? You wanna tell chat?
It got too saucy.
Oh shoot. Oh no.
Music's way louder than us.
Music is way louder. Oh no. Drop that down, and then also, I haven't changed any of the settings, so it's crazy. It might just be loud right here. And I might not be in the mic. Up, 6. Blue Sky. I just gotta send this out to Blue Sky as well, and then we'll get started. My bad. I promise it's probably just the music right now because it's such a hype moment. Everything's about to happen. You follow me?
It was me.
Sure. I'll follow you back.
Follow for follow.
Hey, they follow me. I'm just trying to be nice. Show some love.
Wow, follow for follow.
That would be them. That's only when you initiate it.
Follow.
Yeah. Bumble, it was the channel got placed inside a section that is typically all set up for no messages, so that it doesn't get overshadowed with everybody else. Nah, it's just you didn't know, Rainy, that the section was already set so that nobody would be in there. Because it doesn't make sense for people to be typing in the section that has rules or typing in the section where it says, you know, this person joined. So I set it up that way on purpose. But I can change that specific channel that's in there, unlock it so that it allows messages in that one section. Which is what I did. Don't get this case. Change that. Makoto. Naegi.
Makoto.
Yeah, nothing, no spoilers there.
You don't know.
Hey, I know what GIF I'm using, so I know that's not spoiling me. All right, everybody, we're gonna get started. Take a little sip, and then I gotta just, you know, dive right in, start reading. We'll be nice and wait for the ad break to disappear. Just let me know when he's back. You know, plenty of rollout sections in my Discord, so you know how it goes. Hey, I appreciate it. You blame only? I didn't even blame you. I just apologized and took the blame. But you know what? I'm blaming the admin. I'm blaming the admin. We're all pointing fingers here. The Spider-Man meme. I think he's probably back from that big outbreak now. He should be. I know. You heard the playful tone. Alright, I think we should be good.
No, he wasn't.
Ah!
He wasn't swinging around.
You know, I almost thought that Shobu believed you.
So hard to hear me over the music.
Oh, well, yeah. I barely hear you.
What the fuck? I'm talking right into the microphone.
I hear you
Bloody hell.
It's just this hype section. We'll get past it really quickly. But, real quick, I bet you Shobu, it seemed almost, he really did believe you last time when you said,
Because it was true.
you're a liar. All I have to do is show him the DMs. You're a liar.
There's no DMs to show him.
All right, chat. Let's get it going. Well, I'd better start by checking on the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. Then where? Oh, I said then where. They were, however, dead before the blast. Victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through their body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden.
Nice.
Monokuma File 5 has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Let's check again. Sounds a little too loud still, or what?
Hello, I'm talking in the microphone.
I've never lowered the SFX below this, so...
SFX.
And I haven't touched my audio on OBS, but I'm hoping it's not too crazy loud.
Hey, I'm talking like Hero. Now I'm talking like Byakuya.
Still hard to hear Bach over the music, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Well, here's what I can do. That doesn't affect anything else. OBS. Not OBS. Discord. Click on your name. More. No.
Quieter than normal. I am talking straight into my microphone. This is Chief Inspector Jean-Claude speaking on the phone.
I don't want to hide, chat. You're up all the way. Huh.
Oh, bloody hell. For once, I'm always too quiet.
It's probably me, even though I haven't changed any of the settings. We'll lower the desktop audio just a smidge.
Blum, blum, but aren't I part of the desktop audio?
You are.
Well, that's not gonna help anything then.
True. Fair point. Fair point indeed. Let's see.
I'm full of them.
Yeah, user volume, you're up at 200%.
Bitch.
This itself is its own investigation. True.
Blum, blum, blum.
Can you specifically... if I lower it, there's going to be no game audio.
Yeah, because the in-game is already super low. I mean, that's the lowest it can go.
That's the lowest it can go. And I don't know if it's really going to play out now, but I can have it all the way off for right now.
Yeah. I can hear it differently, because like I can hear the music, but I hear it differently than they can, so.
Exactly. Ooh.
Oh, you could raise the desktop audio now. So it's raising both of us at the same time.
Oh,
but
true.
the music would be lower still than me, hopefully.
Alright, well, we'll do that. We'll raise it up just a smidge. How's it sound for everybody now?
Yeah, how's it sound? I'm talking normally. I'm just checking to see if I can somehow boost my audio on my end. Even though I think everything should be at 100 unless something changed on its own.
I'm sure your stuff's good on your end. I'm positive of it.
Oh, really now?
This man just unplugs his mic and starts talking. And then plugs it back in. I bet you didn't hear anything, did you?
Idiot.
Think it's better. Let's see what Rainy thinks. Can hear him now. Alright.
Kind of hear. Microsoft David.
David? Hello? David? Alright, so everything should be good. So, for the first time, we have a Monokuma file that doesn't say who died. So I think...
It's Kyoko.
No, I don't think it would. I think it would have said Kyoko, because we know her.
You don't know her.
And plus, look at the hair color.
You don't even know who she is.
This is also true. We don't know who she is. But look at the hair color. Sure, their hair would have gotten charred, but that's a completely different hair color than what originally she had. So I don't think it's her. I don't know who this is. Mysterious person number 5?
You never think is the problem.
It would be mysterious person number 16? Maybe? Something like that. Ow! But we'll see. Let's dive right in. We'll talk to people first, I guess. Unless they do the whole, you need to look at the body first.
So who does this body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Blum, 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 blum. It's 11 o'clock right now.
Okay, and?
For serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body.
when the body was found, huh? Because it, because it revolves around the water sprinklers and them being able to find the body wet or unwet. What's up, DJ? How you doing?
Why does he think like that?
I don't know.
His index finger was bent instead of like extended like he usually, like the usual think emoji is.
I don't know.
Suspicious.
It is suspicious.
Hero did it.
I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. What? Why? What? Are you suspecting yourself, Makoto? What is this?
You don't have an alibi, to be fair.
You hoping it snows tomorrow so you don't have to go to school? Me too. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping for you.
You don't go to school anymore.
Oh, well, me? No, I'm hoping that they don't have to go to school. Me? I'm in school right now. Look at us. Look at us. Maybe a snow day and Monokuma won't make us do anything,
Who would have thought? Not me.
You never think that's why.
Wow.
Yeah. He thinks he needs an alibi. All right, Makoto, let's see what else we have going on. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. And remember, 7:30 is when the sprinkler system is supposed to go off. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then?
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Got to go. It's all good. We started really late. No worries. We appreciate you being here.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
Thank goodness we have Hiro here to save the day, huh? That's a pretty small job.
Nice.
When the body was found has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. We'll do Byaku after. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked? Before it blew up? If I remember right. I don't know if that's hair protruding the back of the mask, but that's red. It's probably ties. Yeah.
It's the tie.
Yeah. It's gotta be the tie.
But look at the boots.
Look at the boots. I don't remember what boots she was wearing, to be fair. I've never looked at her feetsies. I get so caught up looking at her head. That big old head.
You don't look at her feet because they're not just her toes.
It's not the first thing to catch people's attention.
Your attention specifically.
It was wearing some kind of mask. Wow, we're calling people its now? Makoto, calm down.
It's a corpse. It's a it now.
Oh, true. That's what Byakuya said. As long as it's a corpse, it's an it. Doesn't matter.
They're not generic boots. Kyoko's the only one wearing those boots. It's already been part of a trial of people's footwear. Obviously, it matters.
He actually, it was last trial, actually. Yeah.
Oh, true. Shinkanori does have a big ass head too.
What? That's why I have the mask to cover it. Let's take it off. We'll just go full head today.
What?
He was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. That is a actual smart observation. If you got stabbed through your body like that, most likely blood would have started squirting out some in all directions. And not necessarily, but there should probably be a pool of blood. It's pretty common in all types of media that even if you're just getting stabbed or if you get shot, that there's most likely a pool of blood around you, especially if it's fatal. So that is a actual important detail. So either they got killed someplace else, that would be the first thing I would think of for the sake of the game, or I think there's a slight possibility it's a body that's already been dead and somebody just poured fresh blood on it from maybe from the infirmary, the clinic on the first floor. Infirmary.
I guess that's what it's supposed to call it. Like when you said infirmary, I was thinking like, what was I thinking of? Continue.
Oh. Well, why you think it's
a place where you cremate, a crematorium. I don't know why I thought those were the same words.
Because all I keep talking about is morgue, because she's the ultimate mortician. That's why. I will die on this hill. But yeah, to be fair, they don't call it the infirmary here. It's just, I think they just call it the clinic. The regular basic name. Medical room. Something along those lines. But they do not, for a fact, call it the infirmary. But point is, there's blood in the refrigerator there. So it's possible that somebody could have staged this. Maybe this person was dead prior, and they just found time to bring the body up here. I don't know. It could be Toko for all we know. To be completely honest, since she found the body, it could be one of those self-reports.
But she faints at the sight of blood.
She does, and it's not her typical MO.
And the serial killer does their specific way of killing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So it's hard for it to ever be Toko.
Got too much hope. I don't know. We'll figure out who it is, though, I'm sure. I mean, we have to, or else we all die.
Yeah.
Let's move on. We'll, unless we just let everybody die like Hina wanted, you know?
Hina.
Okay.
Wow. Thanks. That was a that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So, thank you too.
Nice.
Body before the explosion has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you.
Literal me? What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi.
What is this? Come on! We've been together! Outside of last night, in case, again, the body was placed earlier. But, the sprinkler system, come on, the body would have been wet. Water's wet. Or is it wet? Yeah, that's not a debate for today, but that's crazy. The body would have had water on it. Alibi?
in other
Did you say
words,
lullaby?
I said alibi. It
It
probably
sounded
sounded
like
like lullaby. Maybe Discord cut it out the "ah," and so you just heard lullaby. The last part, maybe.
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night.
They all knocked on the door and we didn't show up. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime.
Here Makoto goes again, not giving all the details that he knows. So for those of you who may not remember or may not have even been here, when he was sick and sleeping, this is true, he was doing that. But this person came to visit him during his nap. And again, the knife that's out there, which they haven't brought up yet because we haven't clicked on it, is the knife from the room. So it actually makes sense that Byakuya's questioning him. How can you know that for sure?
Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden.
Why'd you come here?
I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night.
What?
Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them.
I talked about this last time, and turns out I was wrong. Because trying to figure out what order everybody met up in for them to trust each other to hang out. And I thought he was with Toko first. That was my assumption. But I see he found Hiro first.
At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us had airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis.
Not that I'm saying he's wrong, but, you know, Celeste, she tried to do the same thing, had airtight alibi. She was with people almost the whole time. So there might be a little oversight that he's not noticing. But, well, we'll see. We'll see. I just hope he keeps that in the back of his mind. Are me and Kyoko?
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko,
Then I'm the only one without an alibi.
also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you?
I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so...
That's hardly an alibi.
I know.
So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here.
Always looking at it like a game. It is a game, but why is he talking like this? I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it?
Noise.
Byakuya's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that stuck into the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from the front to back. I didn't realize that. So again, if the knife went all the way through the body, guys, there should have been a puddle of blood around the body, because the blood would have had easy access to flow out from the body. Does that mean this knife is the cause? Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Puddle of blood. Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Baka, is he doing the dumb thing where now he's acting like it's not the knife that was in his dresser?
Yeah, because he's a dipshit.
What the actual fuck is he doing? I think it's Makoto at this point. I think he's lying. Wait, is this...
Number 7?
That's it! It's the knife that person was holding. Actually, the artwork looks kind of different. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. the way that this one curves on one side, the other one didn't curve. So the type teeth side, I forget if that's the proper term for it, but the side that has little slits in it, that part's not curved in the artwork at least. Right here, this one's curved. I don't know if that's important, but knowing this game, that might be something to pay attention to.
I'll say it's a discrepancy if that is the case.
Oh.
They're supposed to be the same.
This damned game. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Yeah, the coincidence is that you did it, Makoto. You were sleepwalking. We don't even need a comic book this time. He was sleepwalking, ran out, stabbed the person in self-defense because he thought that's what he heard. And then he hit the body and fell back to sleep.
8. So it's flipped. So like the blade is up and the top is on the bottom for this. I don't know if that matters to you.
I'm looking at it, but it was more... Maybe it was, and I looked at it on the first one. It's not as pronounced, the curve, still, on this one. Even with it being flipped, but I'll chalk it up to maybe I saw it wrong on the first one. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because
9.
when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. Oh, see, he's already going with my story. I think he did it. And maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way.
Nice. You killed her.
Knife at the crime scene has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later.
Nice.
Wish I knew what that meant. He thinks that we're still playing from last time. That's what Makoto thinks. I have no idea what you're talking about. Fragments near the dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. We're worried about the fingernails and not the marking on the wrist? Well, that's not wrist. On the back of the hand? They seem like they get in the way of normal activity.
Nice. Normal activity.
Fake nails has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before.
Nice.
Tattoo on the right hand has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Huh?
Huh?
The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire. the top half got set on fire. So I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Maybe. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. You have to become blackened to leave, that's what they did. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire, and I threw water on it. One back at, How's it going? How's it going?
One back at,
Since I only threw water on that part of the body that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right?
Nice.
Just popping in to say hi? Well, hi, how's it going?
It has been a hot minute. I also don't stream often anymore because we're doing this. And we haven't done PokeMMO for a while because I think we've gotten a little bored of it.
Yeah. But PokeMMO will come back. It will come back
someday. I'll run out of VODs eventually.
Exploded body analysis has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Is there anything else? No.
Just those 4 things.
Step away from the dead body, yeah.
Step away from the dead body.
The Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastics, and people? Anyways, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Is there anything going on in the chicken coop? I don't know. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. One's missing. I didn't expect me to notice. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto?
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
Of course, there were precisely 5.
That was like Hiro's shining moment. He was so proud to say that the first time he said it. I don't know why he's so excited, but he loves it. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong?
There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short.
Huh? Ah!
That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
what?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished.
I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case?
Chicken.
Chicken coop chickens has been added to truth bullets section of the handbook. I guess I need to check the sprinklers as well. And then the shed. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten wet. Why is the sentence like that? The sprinklers should have gotten wet? Gotten it wet. And it has just defeated me.
You had time to ask why is the sentence like that and read it again, and then you got it.
I guess we'll just say it one more time for PGP, you know?
Prosperity's sake.
Prosperity's sake. Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place.
Noise.
Sprinklers has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook. So that relates closer to why is the bottom half dry. Bottom half of the body is dry and we don't know why. Let's see if anything's in the shed.
Dry, don't know why. Bottom half dry, don't know why.
Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. The room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. I'm trying to see. So these tools are still here. This is here. This is here. I have a gut feeling something was right here. And
No, I don't think so.
was anything here?
Because it was just the shears and the comma on the wall, right? Because we talked about that.
Yeah. We did talk about it. These flower pots have nothing to do with the case. What about the soil? Fertilizer? No. Lawnmower? There's a lawnmower here. I don't think it has anything to do with the mystery corpse. These tools have nothing to do with the case. How do you know? I really hope there aren't any clues hidden in the fertilizer. There's something carved into the pickaxe. Crazy diamond. It's the same thing that was written on the back of Mondo's coat. This pickaxe is connected to Mondo somehow. It's definitely intriguing, but now's not the time to worry about it. Was there anything hanging up?
Nope.
Because I don't remember. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me.
Noise.
Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. So, somebody pulled and dragged the body through here. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically the fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, was that 10? Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room.
I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya?
If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial.
Oh, no. It's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping that I could borrow it.
I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story.
Then, will you go with me?
Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not.
Come back later, huh? Okay. Then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. He's not gonna tell me what this one area is. So, tarps. Gym is a place of interest. Okay, so I was thinking the art room and also maybe check out the dojo on this floor, but the gym seems like the only place of interest, so I'm actually confused. Blame Makoto for sure.
Oh, you coming in here because there's lockers?
Don't
Is that
worry.
why you want to come in here?
Don't worry about that. Maybe one of the chickens inside. Wooden lockers. Nothing to do with the case. All of them. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
This man.
I guess we'll just head down to the gym. Okay. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it?
It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb?
And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden.
Noise.
I don't agree with this, but whatever.
It's part of like the screen where the timer is.
Yeah, but the bomb itself was a big black ball, was it not?
Yeah, but it's whatever.
As long as we both acknowledge the discrepancy here, I guess. Also, with that, you know who said that they were going to take the bomb? Actually, I don't remember. I think I remember. I thought Byakuya said he'll take it because it's no big deal.
No, he just turned it off.
Well, he said it was already off, and he just didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, it's already off. He turns it off in the anime and it's already off in here. That's what I was thinking of.
Fair. The anime is so, not crazy different, but so different.
Yep.
Fragments near the dead body has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is
Byakuya!
Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. There has to be a lot of stuff, a lot of information that they give us from Kyoko's room, because we're not getting that many truth bullets right now. He's back. Where'd he go? He disappeared. Now he's not.
Just so you stop talking.
You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go.
Wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Yeah, I don't think it's her either.
Think what you want, I guess.
Buddy boy here seems awfully suspicious. Why are you waiting right here?
Because you have to talk to him to get in the room.
But her room's further down, isn't it?
No.
Oh. We sure about that? Oh, we are absolutely sure about that. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all places, things, and beings. I don't know.
You should say ages. That's what it usually is.
It is. Gotta change it up. People get too comfy. All right. It's you. My bad.
Well then, here we go.
Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole. And then...
Click. And it's open.
Looks like it. Thanks. He did it. So, this is Kyoko's room. Guys...
Start sniffing the sheets.
That's what I was about to say. I was definitely going to go to the bed, I'm not going to lie. But
of course you were.
I was going to bring up how he did that for Sayaka, so I was going to say if he starts doing that here, it would be funny. Right, chat? Right. Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. Oh, so there's something there that's interesting.
I
But
think that's not part of the case. I tell you what.
All right. Is there... I don't want to have to do that. Bathroom should be locked. Literally, it's just this. There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve?
I think it's probably a key. The lockers at the really traditional public bathhouse use them for their lockers.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse.
That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks.
Really? What?
Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to.
The dojo? The lockers? The dojo. Woodblock key has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright. Time to go to the best place in the world, the lockers. I gotta leave the room first.
Hey, I think it would be wise to look around a bit more.
Well, the bathroom should be locked, but I guess. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I'd better not look inside. What else am I supposed to look at? I guess talk to you, because I haven't talked to you in the room.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take all this time out of my search to come here.
You know what? Story-wise, it made sense that I look around the room first before I talk to him. Because he's just gonna think I'm a dumbass anyways. Imagine if in some extra hard difficulty, even though it's not that way, but if I talk to him first, he changes his mind and you get locked out of clues. If you were to talk to him first, that'd be hilarious. Sorry.
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here.
More concrete. Like the sprinkler system. That's what you could tell everybody. If I was with you guys at this time, the sprinkler system goes off. Her lower half of the body should be wet. That's as concrete as it gets. And then you can also ask Monokuma during the trial. Like, hey, Monokuma, question. Is it true that the sprinklers can't be changed? And then you'd be safe.
But then what about the wet tarp?
I see what you're doing, but I think the body was dragged. No, well, it would have got placed. No, it would have to be dragged in the sense of, why would it be muddy and grimy, not just wet? So I say that in the sense, if you lay the tarp on top of the body, right, then the whole tarp would be wet. It wouldn't get mud and grime on it. But if you had the body on top of the tarp and used it to, say, pull, so like to drag the body, then it would get dirt and grime from the ground while it's getting dragged.
Maybe.
And I understand that actually makes sense, but it probably doesn't relate to what actually happened. I'm reasonable with that, but it does leave me confused enough that I'm not for sure how that even happened or how it works. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. I found it!
What's in the envelope?
Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something certainly has happened, so open it.
Okay.
Makoto admitting something happened to Kyoko.
Yes. Do you guys hear the plane outside? I gotta make sure you guys don't hear it. So, take a little sippy sip, I guess. You know, the bass doesn't take a day off.
Sappy sip.
Should be good. Should be good. So, again, okay. I would agree with you, but she would have to be there at the beginning of the trial, or else she would get in trouble. Because Monokuma's not going to let her come in late. It's mandatory that you're there at the trial, so she will be there if she's alive. I hope. I hope. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets. Yo, what the fuck did she do? Who plans out who gives somebody an envelope with a piece of paper that says just one small phrase?
What?
That's all that was in there?
Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? But could something be hidden under the bedsheet? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 student registry? Makuro Ikusaba.
I see.
Appears to be Makuro Ikasawa's profile.
Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and beep, that's it.
This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind.
I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search.
Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Makuro Ikusaba. Sex, female.
Yes.
I was about to make the joke, and I didn't want to. I had to hold my tongue. Sex. I literally had to close my mouth. The ultimate soldier. Huh? That doesn't add up. Because before, Kyoko said that she was the ultimate despair, not the ultimate soldier. But this person, hold on, this person might not be from their class. It could be somebody left over. No, because it's the same name as the person. I'm confused. We'll just see where this goes. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. So the body we found was beaten up and scarred up, they said. And it had damages prior to this death. So it's gotta be. Small for her age, that's why she wears boots. True. Uh-oh. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir in those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did.
Nice.
Makuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. The Ultimate Soldier? A mercenary group. Oh, so actually, was she the girl that killed everybody? From the one classroom that's not touched? Because of things like PTSD? Possibly, I don't know. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. So you never heard about this then, Makoto? Is that what he's basically saying? Fenrir from like the Norse mythology? Exactly. Thinking God of War? I don't know too much about Norse mythology though, so I don't know the history of Fenrir Baka. I'm assuming you know some history about Fenrir, to be fair.
A little bit, not a ton.
I bet it's quite obvious if you actually know history how this relates, so never mind, I won't ask you to share with the class. For God of War purposes though, isn't Fenrir... Hold on. Why do I keep feeling like Fenrir was the dog? It wasn't.
It's a wolf. Like a great wolf.
It was a wolf. Loki's son, who's a wolf. Okay. Interesting enough. How it relates, I'm not entirely sure. Interesting. Like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh, actually like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Hold on. Is that the tie? Interesting. I'll keep thinking in my head, try and get something going. He's a wolf, but there's also more to his lore. And it's starting to add up for you already. Got you. Yeah. Alright. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person. But then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this.
Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering.
This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in.
I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero's becoming a bit player and a bit player is becoming our hero.
It's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile.
So what if we did?
Hey, come on
Don't
now.
freak out on me. I'm not going to hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room.
Oh yeah, mind you, the rest of the class still doesn't know that the door was unlocked.
Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant against those regulations of yours. Of course I am! A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely! I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting?
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in the killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there were, actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think the first meeting you may have led to I can't read. I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in the killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Byakuya. I knew it! I knew it! See how I just turned to him? He must be the one.
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you.
Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... she wears them to cover up a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get. Nice.
Monokuma's account has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. So with that being said, guys, that can't be Kyoko. That's dead because the hands would be all scarred up. This is what Monokuma really meant by telling us. Nice. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves? To hide the scars? Which means so many flashbacks for no reason. Those fake nails on the corpse.
I'm trying to show you so that you visually see it as well.
Are
Are you thinking about Kyoko again, you simp?
Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
His trap? Did you mean tarp?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull.
It's perfect that I added that now. Now that he got so mad at it.
Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us?
He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the only is the one creating the rules to the game.
And you guys know what Byakuya hates? He hates that the game isn't fair. He doesn't care about it anymore because of reasons like that. So now it's even more annoying to him.
But why would he tell us that, and why now?
He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later.
But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair.
Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko.
God, I hate him sometimes. I just really hate him. What?
That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game.
Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko?
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikasaba isn't the culprit.
Huh? What makes you say that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion.
That's what makes sense to me.
The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation.
I should find out if the key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming?
I appreciate them taking me straight here. I'm sure I need to talk to you first.
Hurry up and check the locker. That's what we're here for, after all.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
they don't go on tangents of desert ice and all this shit.
Man. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like those super traditional public bathhouses. You know, not to be funny, I didn't realize that this one was missing a key. Or else I would have said it. So, looking at it now and knowing that we have a key for it, I see how all the keys stick out. I didn't notice that before. That's a minor detail I didn't pay attention to. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment.
True. But I mean that even for the, like, when I first looked at this floor, I didn't pay attention to the keys. So, yeah, the second time was force of habit, but prior to that, when we were initially checking out the floor, I didn't even realize that they had keys. I looked at the numbers because we were counting stuff. We just got done counting the chickens. Then we came here and counted the lockers. We left and we came back because I needed to count the archery, what are those called? Targets, the archery targets. But throughout all those times, I did not pay attention to the keys and how they were placed. Man, that's wild.
Damn!
Did you read this line? I'm sorry.
Yes. You understand what that means, right? Do you, Makoto? Do you understand what that means?
I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Just try it!
Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and then
Click.
the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. don't say it like that.
I'll give you that key!
There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total.
They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, there's nothing but strong little sticks.
Strong sticks. Titanium arrows has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Oh, there's something else in the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case.
This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
She's not the victim.
Why?
Or perhaps...
Byakuya?
Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location.
Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do some research on Fenrir.
Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that?
Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something?
Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry.
This chapter is so generous with taking us to where we need to go.
I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here.
Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand, and went straight to the shelf in the back.
Ah, here we go.
He quickly returned with the file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this.
I have no idea what it says. What language is this?
How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French?
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Well, whatever. I'll read it to you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over.
100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme?
Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out in the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of their soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group are all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it?
This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality.
Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting.
Exciting? Definitely isn't the word I would use.
So, did anything jump out at you? This may be our last opportunity to learn about Fenrir.
Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok.
You okay with that one?
Huh?
So you okay with that one? It sounded super I mean, it's fine. I was making sure literally you're okay.
I don't think it sounded weird.
Okay, got you. On my end, it sounded like it was almost slurred together, but I'm sure it sounded fine, to be honest with you. I just don't know. We're good.
I'll say it again.
No, you're fine.
Now say it again, damn it! That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they are a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad
Let me guess, has a tattoo on their hand.
would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
You don't say.
Like their left ass cheek.
Oh, true. Probably. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean?
Nice.
Makuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated in the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
Dong, bing, bong.
Does this area have a camera?
Maybe.
I mean, I feel like Monokuma waited specifically for them to figure that part out and said, alright, cool, you guys got enough. See what happens.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
Then the time has come.
All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go.
It's gonna ask us to save, and we have no reason to stop, so we're just diving in.
You should save, you should save, you should save.
I should?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Here's what I'll ask you right now. Do you want to get one of the secret achievements, or do you want to let you just play?
Let's go for a secret achievement.
Okay, I'll tell you when the time comes.
Okay. Okay. I wonder what the secret achievement is. Huh. I can't wait. I hope it's nothing timing based and I don't just fuck it up and you just...
You'll be fine. Just
Okay.
don't click things right away.
Got you.
What's your theory first? Ooh. Good,
Okay,
good.
what's my theory first?
Give me a chance to piss.
I think it is similar to Sakura's. I don't think Kyoko actually killed her. I think she was already dying out. I don't know how she got injured at first, but I think the tape is very vital. She was covering up wounds that she already had. And she either killed herself. I don't know any other way. I don't know. Because now I need to think, what does the tarp have to do with it as well? Since the tarp was dirty on one side and clean on the other. I don't know where Kyoko's been at this whole time, though. And she should show up for the trial. She's not here, which is also interesting. Because normally they would still be here. I forget if she showed up right when, for Sakura's case, since she disappeared. I forget if she showed up in this waiting room as well, or if she just showed up at the trial. But yeah, I think it's another one of those mysteries to throw you off. I believe that the girl killed herself. And obviously they want everybody to think that either you did it or that Kyoko did it. Another vital detail is that the bomb went missing. I didn't realize that. I thought that, not that I thought that they left it in the room, but I thought that Byakuya had it. And since we've all been together, it wouldn't make sense for that character to have a bomb on them. Because nobody touched it in the room. So it can't, in my eyes, it can't be any of these people. So either it's Kyoko that did it, or it was another suicide. But how do we get to that point is what I don't know.
I will say Kyoko didn't disappear during Sakura's investigation. She was one of the guards. I think she disappeared.
The one before it, Celeste.
Yeah, she disappeared for a while during Celeste, but I think she was there. She came back well before the elevator.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. For you, Baka, my theory is that either it's another suicide because of the tape. I think she was nursing her own wound. I don't know how she got hurt, but I think she was nursing her own wound and set it up to look like a murder. Or, as much as I hate to say it, Kyoko really did do it, but I'm not for sure. That's my only two thoughts. Chat, what do you guys think in chat? Because Bumble, I know you've had some really good theories up to this point, so I'd like to at least know what you're thinking compared to mine. And it's so, oh man, I don't understand how everything ties together. The tarp is questionable. The fact that the person who died blew up from a bomb, but everybody was with you that had access to a bomb at that time, I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't know, chat.
Yasuhiro could be a part of it.
And this is too stressful for Shigenori. She can't continue on.
If she dies, I might have to.
She already is dead. What if Kyoko was Mukuro Ikasama this whole time.
You know, with how secretive she is, she could be making up the rules the whole time. I could see that. I could see that.
I love this. I love this. It's supposed to be like some kind of African drum feel.
Mm-hmm. All right. I actually can't guess anymore because I know how. Oh, okay. I forgot that you knew too. You guys are so bad. Both of y'all. All right. Well, we'll just continue on. I appreciate the honesty though.
Where the heck?
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We're investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? Huh?
What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Not to sound weird, but has he ever shown up? It's always just been us here, and we just decide to head onto the elevator.
He usually shows up first, and then he says, I'll meet you down there!
Oh.
Could it be?
Maybe he died again.
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or...
Or what?
What?
Jesus! Oh, did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
You got spoiled on accident? Ah, oh no! Got you. Alright, well. We'll make it a good show until we get to where everybody just knows what's happening. I'm here, and no rules been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko? You're still alive?
No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later.
shing!
No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts on the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Huh?
He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial.
Without even looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Master, will wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long?
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. It's okay? Alright, I'm taking it as it's okay. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used the key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Why are you saying this out loud, though, with the camera right there? Do you not plan on going back? What's happening here? I don't understand why she's so open about it at this exact moment. Of course, I always missed his announcements because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So, that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But, if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
just a second.
Hey! What are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? That means she didn't do it!
You don't know.
She can't be dead if we, she thinks
They
we'll both
always
survive.
talk after the trial.
Yeah, not if she's dead.
All the people that talk after.
They
the
do.
trial.
They do. They sit there. They tell their piece before they
They're
go.
in yap.
Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation,
It would seem...
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
Because she did it.
For her, yeah, that little line right there puts me on edge. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? We're good to go?
What else is there to do?
Fair enough. Being the last one left, I stepped onto the elevator. And the doors slid shut. Elevator so empty, guys. I don't know. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eye. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
wait! I can't wait!
Ah, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this.
This place really is colorful. What the hell?
The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills! Chills!
Let's get on with the show!
And so, Damn it. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yes. Open E handbook first. How many truth bullets did we get? Solid 18. Set skills. Is there anything else I can do for maybe 1, 3, 2. Yeah, there's nothing I can really use here, which is fine. What I have is good to go. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
What'd you say?
Because you haven't done them before.
Oh, true.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait that Kyoko has that proves that the body doesn't belong to her.
It's her big ass head.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
You don't want to do it? You're making me do it?
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way the corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... But to what? What dumb stuff is this?
Make your argument.
Tattoo on the right hand or fake nails. Would make the most sense already.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This
Okay,
entire discussion is idiotic.
so I'm guessing actually I need to absorb wasn't wearing gloves now that I think about it and shoot it again at what's his face was saying, or what Hero was saying. That's what makes the most sense actually. I know that body isn't Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
I
it.
hope.
Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, because that corpse is absolutely
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the...
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves, because that corpse is
Oh my
absolutely
God!
Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I don't know how they expect me to hit these sometimes.
That Kyoko.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Oh,
Then she was
fuck.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing.
I'm
'cause
gonna
that
do all
corpse
this
is
and be wrong
This entire
anyways.
discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Yep. Took time to do that and still fucking wrong. Alright, let me think this through. What's wrong? Did I say something weird? Yes! The fact that you keep thinking that she was wearing gloves beforehand is weird. But I guess I'm... Nails? I'm gonna go with nails, chat. I'm gonna go with nails.
Shoot!
To me, it doesn't make sense
That
just to say tattoo on
Kyoko
right
there is
hand for
just a
that
ghost.
specific thing, but
Impossible.
I don't know.
Okay,
We're gonna go with
then
nails
prove
first.
It. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't...
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves, because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
What the
This
fuck?
entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The dead body was...
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
You're not gonna wear fake nails with gloves on.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
Weird. Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Let him know. Hina, let him know.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Her hands aren't necessarily done growing, so why'd you get custom-made gloves to fit you at such a young age that you know you're gonna wear every? Well, I guess. She must just have to get new gloves every once in a while.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Oh, great, we're going in a loop of everybody taking control like they're fucking in charge.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Hero didn't. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there.
Make your argument.
Fragments near dead body, sprinklers, exploded body analysis, tattoo on right hand. Either tattoo or body analysis. Let's
If
see.
Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Okay.
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I got you. It's the second one with the body analysis. It has to be. It has to
If
be.
Kyoko really is still,
Then who died?
There's gotta be... I don't think so. And there wasn't any Well, if we can't identify the body...
I'm a fool! Oh, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. It is!
Shoot!
Is this one the hand? And that's what I'm not gonna realize until it's too
Kyoko
late.
really is still alive.
Then who died?
It's gotta be.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't
Okay,
any
I'm gonna try
description in the
exploded body
Monokuma
right there.
file.
Well, if we can't identify the body.
Unless it's tattoo.
Then
Oh
there's
man.
nothing else we can do, right?
I'm gonna take a gut decision to say tattoo. Right there. When she says can't identify, you can because of the file. Alright, we're gonna try it.
If
We're gonna try it.
Kyoko really is
Still, then who died?
It's gotta be.
I don't think so. The face was, and there wasn't any description in the.
Well, if we can't identify.
No, that's wrong.
My chest! Guys, I really don't know which one they want.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Toko, first of all, don't you talk to me ever again like that. I'll take your man. Don't you talk to me ever again. We'll be hanging out while you sit there and have to watch.
a cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
What's up with Hiro? What's really going on with him? This man who always goes, oh my gosh! Now he's talking about, oh, I gotta watch this cruel and unusual death. That's not normal.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
To be fair, Rainy Day, you're probably right. She would enjoy that.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Yo!
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information, we have the victim's identity. The victim's identity should become clear. Wait, so what? Am I just putting her profile? I'm gonna try it. Please don't get mad at me, game.
I got it!
I got it.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
I was concerned that last one would want me to put the information together. So like put the tattoo and then put something about the book information first. I thought it was one of the combining information. So I wasn't for sure if just putting her profile would have been right. Turns out it was, so we're okay, but I wasn't for sure.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is...
Hangman's Gambit.
Okay, we got a simple one.
Dogs.
Yo, we've never got one this simple.
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
So she knew all along. Since when was she such a nerd about this shit? Granted, she writes books, so she gotta be, no, you don't have to be, but you would hope that if she writes books, she reads books. But if she knew this the whole time, why is she not talking? What'd you do, Toko?
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Oh, actually, yeah, Hiro, you're right. Finally.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound so surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
That would be the obvious choice, yes.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Apparently that's not her title.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Okay.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
I gotta stop Byakuya right there. In the profile, yes, I agree with that, but his explanation of how even just one soldier from this group would equal, what do you say, like 100 regular people or something like that? I can see that being putting a little bit of despair into the enemies.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba?
We just told you. Please don't ask this question, Hina. She was the ultimate soldier.
She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
It really is a guy in, what, their 30s?
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
Oh, Kyoko, are you admitting?
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
You need this information to figure it out, Monokuma. Calm down. Just because you want to see somebody die so quickly, do you want the trial to happen or not? There won't be a trial if you don't let this happen. Don't let this play out.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Prattle? I've never seen that word used.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this.
Must be a weight thing.
Prattle. Yeah, I've never heard prattle. You heard it?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. No further comments, Judge. Oh shit. We'll just leave that comment up in the air. That's something. Yeah, all right.
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
A pretty normal word, you'd say. Just sip my drink here. I'm not allowed to discuss any further things on such topics. Bumble.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Mind you, he worded that a little bit differently. Because I think even during Sakura's trial, in my head, which I think is what it came out to be, but I think he said something different that I brought up, but it was most likely not different. Because normally, he might say it right after when I press the next button, but he would say that somebody here did it, and that's why we're having the class trial.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
So what I'm getting at is that if he doesn't say something specific like somebody here did it, then that would mean potentially that the person that did it is already dead. Pseudo confirming that it was another suicide. But we'll see. There's a lot of trial left.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Every fucking time. Yes.
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Why do I even talk? Why? Why?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Byakuya, what'd you do? Because I don't trust anybody.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there are only 2 suspects.
I got it!
I got it.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why'd they have to give him the confident, I got it, for him to sound all nervous after?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. He's looking nervous like when you find out who did it. I'm just saying. Makoto, what'd you do, my friend?
Makoto.
Damn it! I can't
Killed
let
him
this...
years ago.
They did. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. Yeah, fuck Kyoko. I need to clear mine. She just said, we'll talk after all this. And you're like, no, fuck her. I need to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Think I'm incapable of telling you that at 7:30 the gosh darn sprinklers go off?
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Sayaka's dumb face. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, we just left the gym. It was just about 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
And he 100% is about to clear his name, and everybody's just going to look at Kyoko.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But
So
I'm
I
sure
did.
I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. Make your argument. Sprinklers! Sprinklers is all it can be, chat.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Shut
Yeah,
your mouth.
from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
What? Hey, hold on. That made sense. Oh, okay. Come on, Makoto. Don't scare me like that. Makes me think something's weird going on.
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Or 9:30.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Okay, what's the hint that they're about to give me? Time's running out, Chad. I didn't realize how much time is gone. The incident took place in the garden, right? If I remember, there's something that happens there every morning at a certain time. So, it's clear that obviously I understand what the concept of this section is. I just don't realize what I need to do. I'm assuming now, since sprinklers didn't work at 7:30 like it should, that I need to actually capture 7:30 and I need to hit it at the 10 o'clock one. I don't know. I don't know. That's what we're going to go for now, though.
We've established a time. It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep, and Makoto.
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder.
Murder, I should. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
I don't know. Oh, shit. Huh. What? That's not even me. If you want to read it.
What? You think there's some mistake lurking in what I said?
Shoot!
Shoot.
I need to think about it one more time. So it has to be sprinklers right there at the, maybe the 10:31. If it's not that, that's probably when Bach will throw me an assist and tell me what it needs to be. But I'm assuming that's what it has to be. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock.
No, that's wrong!
Fucking hell, I should know this right off bat, but it's okay.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened
Actually.
anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Toko's a moron.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Yo, what the fuck am I listening to? I've never even heard that. Don't tell me that's some Baka, don't tell me that's some other specific people shit. Okay, 'cause I've never heard that.
That is not a common saying.
Yo.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
It's annoying because she has no reason to really fight you on this, because she's the only one that got knocked out. I know this is just part of the game, being the game, but she has no real reason to argue this with you.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
It's really only telling you because you were knocked out. I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. Okay, can I remember how to play this?
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
I don't know.
Exploded body. Nope, the other one. The exploded body analysis was the one you wanted.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
We're panicking. I don't know. I wish they let you preview what 3 it was.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Why, Makoto? Not only am I panicking because they don't, like, when you're regularly going through it, show you what the options are beforehand, but secondly, what you're saying, it makes sense, but it's also stupid. Literally, you could have said, because I'm the one who splashed her body with water. You don't have to sit here and make her think about how the body was. Just say, I splashed her body with water. And everybody here will vouch for you. It would make no sense for them not to. Why are we wasting time with these conversations?
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Makoto, tell her why that is.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
We're not gonna state the obvious here. We're gonna loop around the whole detective loop. Okay.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
Yeah, I understand this filler, but it's so wild. Makoto could easily just tell them.
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
I don't like how he enunciated. They told you to do it. You always got to make it seem like it was his first thought.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi? He's thinking about it as if he cares. He didn't care a couple minutes ago. Which would mean that Makuro's killer is... No. I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
You gonna hold everybody by their balls now and say, if I die, we won't figure anything out? Come on.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
No, they wouldn't at all.
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Why would Kyoko leave you guys information if she just went ahead and killed him? Like, you guys gotta think a little bit more logically. I get it, but come on, guys. No way.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Oh, you bitch.
Roast them!
She's still fucking mad at us. She's still mad at us. Oh no! She's been waiting for her revenge this whole time. She's like, remember that time you didn't tell me what I wanted to know?
Huh?
Because she was there. That's what she's going to talk about. Oh, it's funny.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Why are you're enjoying this too? That's why. She said, you want to talk about my fucking gloves? I'm going to make sure everybody here suffers.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body? Why would you answer this? Why would he answer this, though?
I got it!
I got it!
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
Imagine she adds some extra sass. It was just like, you catch on quick for the murderer. And I'd be like, you know what?
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Same. I liked a lot of the cast. Some of them more than others. But I didn't want anybody to die. This is my first playthrough, so I appreciate you're not saying any spoilers or anything, so I'm not getting on your case. But when we first started out, I didn't know the pacing or how the game would flow, so I was thinking that you could save people. By now, I know that you can't. So, but me saying that is more so agreeing with you. I just wish more of the people could have lived. I wish it didn't have to happen the way that it did.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
I don't understand that, but go on.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
All it proves is that the water is dirty and we shouldn't be drinking it.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Yeah, it would be high effort.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
15 years old now?
Yeah, 15 years ago. God. And it's still so good, especially on your first playthrough.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
What's up, Spike? And she's calling it an excuse. She's coming at our throats right now. But I don't know. Unless we got her character pegged all wrong. She expects to talk to us after all this.
She's the one doing the pegging.
She really is. She's got us bent over like crazy. Why would Kyoko say that? How am I? Getting pegged. Yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. They think we did it again. They think we killed somebody. I don't think we did, though. True. They did really good with this game. Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No. I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? Oh, is this? I'm assuming that this would allude to the tape. So, in my head, what would make sense is that, one, we got to start all the way back to the key. The key was placed in Kyoko's room. Nobody could do that except for Byakuya, which now actually changes my thoughts. Uh-oh. 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 Baka. Uh-oh. Flashing lights are going off. Baka. Uh-oh. So I'm not going to go into detail about that. But I'm guessing, without me just blurting it out, would my assumption be... never mind. You don't have to say anything. I'm not going to say who I think it is now, but that changes everything. That's so...
the way you said that was like, I caught you. I caught you. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Like I did it.
You did, technically. No. I mean, a lot of people in chat knows what's going on. But I don't need to prove if I'm right or something, but it makes a lot of sense right now. And it kind of did at the beginning, but it didn't all come together until it just did in my head. But let's start with this, right? So the key was found in Kyoko's room. Just makes me laugh now. The key was found in Kyoko's room. You do have to prove it if you're right. That's what the True. Okay, but let's talk about how this all adds up. So the key was found in Kyoko's room. And oh god, it's flashing lights in my head now. The key led to a locker. In this locker it had tape. Now what I specifically want to talk about is that most likely the tape was used to cover the body before it was put inside of the tarp and brought here. That's where I was getting at. Yes, I think I know who did it now because of that long chain of events, but I didn't realize until now. I should have realized when I first went and checked, but it took me a minute, and I'm assuming that's when you first realized, Baka. Maybe not. He's not gonna tell me.
I wasn't listening.
I'm saying when you first watched a playthrough, I'm assuming you realized who did it at that point in time when you had to start checking certain stuff. Oh man. I mean, I'm not as sad at this one, but this interesting. So we'll move on though. But the body.
Wait. Something's not right.
Makoto, did you get it now too? I doubt Makoto got it, but did you get it now too?
And what might that be?
Oh, Kyoko, calm down. I can't worry about Kyoko's motives. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. My problem is, I don't know when the person would have done it though. That's the only thing I don't get. Fragments near the body. Exploded body analysis.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
Okay.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side
Right.
is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Correct.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Yes.
It's because that side was protected from the water.
All this is
Since it was
factual.
facing down toward the body,
Okay.
of course it didn't get dirty.
Yes. There has to be a clue hidden in the tarp somewhere. Brother, if we're talking about the tape, I think the tape is more of a clue, so I need to figure out how this blends together with this. Let me look again.
By covering the
Exploded
body
body
with the tarp,
analysis, fragments
the
near the
killer
dead body.
prevented it from getting wet.
So
the
the
body was
reason the
found.
tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it
Knife
was
at the
totally
crime scene.
spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Knife at the crime scene?
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Okay, I just took a shot. Oh man, I'm running low on health. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna read through it one more time. Time is not an issue, just only having 5 lives and not knowing what they want me to put for this specific trial. It's killing me. Okay. You know what's odd? It's weird that one person specifically knew not to get close to the body. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird.
Shoot!
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
By covering the body
Knife,
with the tarp,
body before the explosion.
the killer prevented it from getting
Exploded body
wet.
analysis, fragments near
So
the
the
dead body.
reason the tarp was only dirty on one
Oh,
side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Body before
But the
explosion.
underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Body before the explosion.
Since it
Gotta
was
be.
facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
Body before was already stabbed.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
Who said it?
If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
You lost me. Huh? God, you guys are gonna say I'm Makoto. The blood was
Well.
a camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
Oh, it's what I said earlier. Okay. It's like what I said at the very beginning. No, I'm confused, bro. I'm confused. I don't know what they want me to think. I don't know what really happened. I would still, based on the clues that we found, I would think more of the tape theory, but this is making it sound more of they went and got blood from the clinic refrigerator yet again.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
And the fact that you guys forget is quite infuriating. I don't, Toko, you gotta go.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
And that's actually wrong too, now that I think about it. Just because you said it. It's because one of the chicken's missing. They killed the chicken and used chicken blood.
There we go.
But because we never found the chicken is why I didn't think that.
Yeah, I probably chucked it in one of the plants.
That's 100% what they would have did. That's when they threw the chicken in the plant that eats. Have I heard of that game? Yes. I've never played it. I have never played that either. Excuse my slurs and lisp I got going on. I don't know. My mouth's a little weird.
I thought you were like slurs like Racial slurs. Like, what the fuck?
No,
What
no,
are
no, no,
those
no.
in?
No, that's why I said slurs and lisp. That I'm sliding all over the place with my words. No. We don't do racial slurs here, guys. We're a wholesome group of funny people. That's it. Yeah. So they had to have killed the chicken, and that's why one's missing. Interesting. Now it's making me go back and forth who could have did it, but it's starting to make more and more sense as we progress.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
That is what he did, and that's why I initially thought that, but that is incorrect, my friend.
No, that's not what happened this time.
No. Kyoko, let me tell him.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got blood from right there in the garden, right? Which means chicken coop chickens.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
Man, these helicopters, these CV-22s, everything's flying. I hate it. I hate it here. It's almost gone. I don't hear it anymore. It's made by the same devs in the first AI game, or I don't know how they pronounce it. I haven't heard it. Is very similar. Because it's a branching story with mystery. Ooh. I've looked at it in the sense of I've found that game to be interesting, but I haven't taken the time to look into the game and I haven't played it. You live at a helicopter spot? I mean, I live close to one. I live close to a place that has a lot of aircraft.
A lot of aircraft, folks.
A lot of aircraft, folks.
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
That's the real murder we should be solving.
That
Who
is.
killed it?
This is confusing to me to solve beforehand, because now I'm trying to think how many people knew about all the chickens that were there. But the whole other factor, I still think it was the other person. Yeah, that poor chicken didn't deserve it.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Hina. Something did eat it, Hina. It just wasn't us.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Well, now we're talking about the tape.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
Oh, Makoto, now I feel like you. What are we asking here?
Wait,
No, it's
No.
just laid on top.
the head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, so many minor details I didn't pay attention to during this case. Oh my gosh.
Then that settles it.
It's almost like Kyoko wasn't there to help you.
No, I did good on the other one where she wasn't there.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
It's okay, we can kill them all.
But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Right.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
That second part I don't understand. If it were like until dawn, oh man. Can let everyone die or save everyone. Yeah.
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Hey, hold on.
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Makoto.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
No, I was playing. No, listen to me.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Yeah, Makoto.
Yo. If another game comes out, that'd be cool.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Because the knife there came from your room too. That's why it's going to fall back on you, but nobody wants to talk about that yet. Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? Because she wants you to figure things out on your own. I don't understand.
Because she's the real killer and she wants you to die. Nice.
This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
You are wild, hero. You are wild, buddy.
Oh!
Hina, shut your mouth. I've never been so disappointed in you. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't you dare agree.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Thank you, Hina. Thank you.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Okay, hold on. Hina, be quiet. we're not, Hina, we're not doing this right now, okay? Hina. Hina. Just hush.
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I used to feel that way about Kyoko, but then my buddy Baka here got me too fixated on how big her fucking head is. So never again will we Kyoko stand. LJ glove with all the blood.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Bigger head equals better head. You know, you're onto something.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
Can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway.
So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Oh, she suggested that.
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
And again, we go back to why doesn't Makoto know how to communicate? His parents have failed him from the start because he should know how to communicate. This from the very beginning. He should have said.
Well, he was hoping that they wouldn't realize it because he's the murderer.
True. Makoto, it might be your time, buddy.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. See, he noticed earlier but didn't want to tell anybody.
Asahina, she's pretty airheady. But, you know, she knows how to have a good time. She cares about her body, her health. We can't let gems like that go, you know?
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
This one cutscene. I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. With what?
Make your argument.
Body 4, fragments near the dead body. I don't know what we're
The knife
getting with
we
here.
found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Shut up.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once? That automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Shut your fucking mouth. Don't you say shit to me. I used that knife to kill Makuro? No. There's no way.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then
This would be my
that
only
seals it.
guess,
Makoto did it.
but
Just because
I'm
I
trying
had
to think
the
that the
knife
files
once,
say that she
that
died from
automatically
that.
makes me the killer?
Well, getting
about what
stabbed is what killed her,
when that
right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
And the body was found. Yeah, the only thing would be thinking about how the bomb chunk was there.
The bomb chunk's not what killed her, though, right?
I don't know. I can't. I can just go to this. Hold on. Thank God I can do this. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So, it doesn't say what specifically killed him. Huh. It says that yes, they were stabbed, but they would word it differently, like saying it appears they died from a stab wound, if that is what killed them. but just stating a fact that the victim was stabbed, and also stating the fact that the victim had been struck in the head, and making sure that those are separate than saying that there's also other wounds. The stab isn't necessarily what killed them. It's nice. Yeah, I didn't realize that I could look back at this. It's nice that I can. Toko the serial killer is... Yeah, I know. Toko's a unique one. The explosion has burnt the upper half. Extinguish. What was the new fact? Was this a new one?
It'll be at the bottom.
Okay. The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. Later, when they removed the tarp, the suspect placed the white jacket on the body. This jacket had previously been treated with blood to make it look like the corpse had been wearing it.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
I don't know. Used the knife to kill Makoto.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I had that automatic...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no question. You took that knife of yours
Getting
and killed her
stabbed
with
is
it.
what killed her.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
That wasn't proven. I feel like that's what I need to hit it with.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before,
I don't know what. I'm gonna get
that
this wrong.
seals it. Makoto did it.
But I think it has to do something
Just
with the stab.
because I had the knife once, that automatic...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, so there's no
I shot that
question.
too late anyways.
You took that knife of...
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
I'm not sure what they want from this one.
The knife we found lodged in... It's the same... It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that seals it. Just because I had the knife, that automatically made...
Well, getting stabbed is what...
I got lucky, chat. I got lucky, chat.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
I do understand that.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yeah, slime them with hold up in court.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Ah, but the file says she was only stabbed once. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No. Yeah, the file. Ooh, if I get this wrong, I'm gonna be pissed.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
I'm gonna use the word
They
camouflage.
probably
because that's
stabbed her
what
to
Kyoko
draw
did.
attention away from what actually killed her.
100% why he did that. Because he wasn't saying anything like that before.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Toko, dummy. While you're up in the air.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Yeah, good question.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
That's a lazy rebuttal.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
I'm not telling her shit. She put me on the spot. One time I'm gonna get after her. There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
So much more comfortable? That's nice. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. What's in file 5?
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
I meant to grab the
Well,
purple.
yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I can only think of one thing that could have killed her. Oh, well, you guys had me here in the dark, so I'm not entirely sure what you want me to put.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Make sure again one more time, because the file, yeah, just talks about that the other wounds were there previously, So unless she died on her own of natural causes and somebody found the body, which could be possible. So if I think of it like that, right? And again, this could be completely wrong, but maybe the person died of natural causes. And then Kyoko, because right now she's getting on my nerves. If Kyoko found the body, she could have moved it. Yeah, I'm just like her now. She wanted to get mad at me and point the blame on me. Now we're about to flip the fucking script. The body died from natural causes, hypothetically in this situation. And Kyoko found the body and moved the body with the tarp and everything and set it up to look like me. But it doesn't account for how we saw both of them last night. It doesn't account for that. And I don't, to my knowledge, none of my answers do account for that. Because again, Makoto's not telling people because he doesn't want to be put on the spot yet again.
Well, you have 3 chances, and then I'll tell you.
Man, I don't know if I need to move something around or what. It's not body analysis, right? Bottom half was dry. Exploded body, Monokuma file, and I have to see what the other one is. Body before explosion.
The victims.
Hold on. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were blood stains around the wound. The blood had stopped bleeding. Wait, the body had stopped bleeding. It confuses me because if that's not their blood, since it's the blood of the chicken, then it wasn't her blood to begin with. That's why I'm confused, which might be vital information in the sense of this specific argument. But the body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. So she wasn't bleeding at the time at all, even though she got stabbed. So she was likely already dead. I'm going to try this one out first. Body before the explosion. I don't know where I'm going to shoot it at yet, but I'm thinking this is it.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure,
Correct.
I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Right.
Then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay, well, there's one bad guess right there.
Yes, I see. So what you're saying is, I have absolutely no idea.
Me either. I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
The victim's
Fatal injury has yet.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't. Then there's only.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I tried to get the purple there, but now that I look at it, maybe I should shoot that one.
Then, shall we continue the victim's fatal injury has yet to.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
I think I game overed one other trial.
Well, yeah.
I think
She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it
trial,
wasn't
third trial.
because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was that.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Shoot!
Oh, he might came over again here.
What? You think there's some mistakes lurking in what I said?
Shoot!
Actually, it might be that one still, but it might be the case file 5 because those things don't matter according to the case file.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't. Then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her
Okay,
entire
well.
body.
I'm
That's
dead.
Yeah.
Shoot!
Okay, so what you have to do, you absorb hit on the back of her head, and then shoot. The fatal injury is yet to be determined.
Oh. Tragic. Well, it lowers my grade.
Nobody believes me.
Who are we voting for? Makoto? Sure. Vote them all. This is canonically the happy ending. But, to be fair, I don't know who actually got away with it at this point.
Is this really the end for all of us?
No, I don't want to give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Yeah, I wish it really did work like that. Alright. Failed enough for everybody. Let me get it right. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't...
Then shall we continue?
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't
Yeah.
kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
She was
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? Then there's only one other
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Oh,
And more
man.
than that,
It didn't specify the
victim
back of
had
her head.
suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
It didn't specify the back of her head. Now that I'm looking at it. Just said that she got hit in her head.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
It is.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The case file said no.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
The one time he kind of has a point, but I don't think that's what happened.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
How does she know that?
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Toko did it. Toko did it, chat.
No thanks.
Oh, so now
I
you
bet
don't
you
think
just hit me
Byakuya
with a
did it?
metal end and call it an accident.
No, he's still suspect number one. Because we're not accounting for any of this stuff, how he had the key and how everything was conveniently in her room.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
Do we?
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Hold on.
Oh,
The real murder weapon? I mean, the arrow's his only thing that... But no. What?
I got it!
I got it.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her.
Makoto, please go and get executed, because you're telling us some obvious shit here.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
I'm doubting it, because a metal pipe and an arrow do not have the same thickness and weight. And for how she's described to being deceased, I don't see that happening.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret.
Make your argument.
Okay, it could be anything.
No, it can only be one thing. That's kind of how the game works.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yeah.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Okay.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It
did.
seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
That's what I'm thinking.
Talking back to Master.
You shut your mouth.
You have no right!
There's no doubt that the arrow in the... Wait. There's no doubt that the arrow is the murder weapon? But there's more to it than that.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right?
It's because me and
seems like
Hina
an
are
arrow
insane.
would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master. You have no right!
What was
I mean,
Monokuma's
Wolverine's
account?
claws are made of a different thing, if that matters.
Wait, what?
Chat was saying why arrow is as strong as Wolverine's claws. Wolverine's claws are made of different metal.
Oh, yeah.
They're made of adamantium.
The titanium.
What was Monokuma's account? I've never utilized this so much. Also revealed the reason why Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't... Well, that has nothing to do with it right now. Appears to be 10 in total. Okay.
Okay.
It's also,
I thought you didn't, but I just to be sure, I wanted to actually, but I figured you were just making a joke.
the duct tape had traces of blood on it. They confirmed that the blood was placed on that and then smeared on.
So there were 10 arrows in that locker, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right.
What else was in that locker?
The bloody tape.
So an arrow might be too thin, but 10 wrapped together in tape.
Oh!
Might be as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, you're making sense. I didn't think of it like that because of how there's blood on the duct tape. And I'm assuming that was because of the stomach. Yeah, I lost track of what already made sense.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no
But where does
doubt
this go?
that was the murder weapon.
Huh.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Let's see about
Well,
this.
'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe.
That,
right?
yeah.
It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
I
Talking
probably
back
missed
to
it.
Master.
You didn't. That is the right thing.
Yeah.
You have no right!
Ugh.
The titanium, it was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound.
Well, it said the weapon must... It seems like an arrow would just...
No, that's wrong.
You're playing haphazardly on that one.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
They didn't use another weapon. They just used multiple of the... I don't like how you're talking.
Another weapon?
I don't like the way you're talking.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
How do you know that, Makoto?
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Okay, I don't know this.
One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
I'm kind of thrown off because didn't we talk to her in there? Like, one, obviously she's lying. Or I don't even want to say obviously at this point. But to me, I think I remember her being there. So I think she's lying. And then on top of that, him saying that we have proof she can't get into her room. But that's what he's alluding to. So it's between both of y'all. You leave me the hell out of this.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? Yeah, the only evidence that could work in this situation would be the key to begin with.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is...
This actually proves that she wasn't the one there, dummy.
right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
Okay, think about what you just said.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Oh, Makoto, do you got it?
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
She did want us to die. I will say that, so I don't know. If it wasn't for all of us having to go, I would just keep quiet.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
You like me?
Oh, actually, you know what kind of sucks? She
That
did say,
we have to kill her?
yeah, that she can open any door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
She
I
did say
didn't want
that.
to tell you, but
Yeah.
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there?
He's so in love with her.
That's what I need to know.
I like watching you sleep.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she...
Was this 12?
Yeah, it's a lot. She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when...
Kissed?
Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone? For me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Or you could say prattle.
No, it still doesn't add up, because she didn't kill him with the
Yeah,
pipe.
prattle's the right word.
How'd you know that?
Wait,
Oh,
I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
go on.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Hear him chugging over there, Chad? He's gulping.
I had to get some water. I'm getting nervous for everybody. Normally I would mute, but I thought I could slide it in there.
Really? But
Like
you
you
should know
did
better than
last
anyone
night.
I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Is this still about the key?
Yeah.
Because this is dumb. because she said she has a master key. Granted, she only told me this.
So she wants you to lie for her.
Yeah.
Because she knows that you simping. She's pulling a Celeste.
Yeah, she's pulling a Celeste.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
We know you could have, but for the sake of this, no. Why him?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
One more time.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
How he says it.
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong.
With the next choice, don't click it.
Don't click anything. Got it.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No. That's not actually true.
Uh-oh.
There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. The Mastermind's trap. The Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap. The victim was Makuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? Oh, again, I hope y'all don't hear the daggone CVs popping off behind me. Daggone planes going off.
What?
They're all gone. They're all gone. We're back. We're back. We're back. What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? It makes me feel a little bit better. I feel bad though, every time I hear them go off. The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. She said don't press anything?
Pursue the lie.
Pursue the lie?
Yep.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
Oh man.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Oh, we're pursuing the lie. She's like, how dare you?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying. And it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. I need to go down this path? What's happening?
Mate, you're all good.
Her account.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's
Right.
no doubt about that, right?
That's very
You
true.
are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Right there.
Then, when we searched
I'd stay there
Kyoko's
forever.
room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me
We
must
didn't
have
search
put
her
it there.
room, that's the thing.
That's the only explanation.
Only 2 of us searched her room. Kyoko says it wasn't her who left the key to the dojo locker in her room. But is that really true?
I didn't have the
Oh, I didn't mean to stop it. I'm thinking it's her
Because
account.
I'd given it, there's no doubt.
You are correct.
So I couldn't.
possibly have gotten.
Then,
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room.
Uh-oh.
You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
You know how dumb this would be to expose? Like, if you didn't think that she did it, this would be terribly done, because then they would never have any chance of anything.
Looks like she might have done it then.
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
She sits there with a blank face and just smiles and said, "You've doomed us
Her
all."
big ass head.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing.
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't...
Makoto, sounds like you fucked up, buddy.
Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Uh-oh.
Huh?
After he heard that, he's like, I heard enough.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
Okay.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out.
Oh, he said he was gonna punish her. Here we go.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
It's red, meaning we were
Hooray.
wrong.
They've always flashed red.
Have they?
Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right.
We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
Now then, I prepared,
I
a
prepared
very
an extra special punishment this time. Never mind. Oh, wait, so I guess we're going to only the first sentence. Is everyone ready? Okay, then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Kyoko, what'd you do? What do we have here? Yo, what a way to go. No way. I thought she... Chat.
I can't believe you did that. You listen to me?
And that's how the class trial of Makuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or not. But regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Makuro's class trial. And in the end, it proved to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. I'm disgusted. I'm actually disgusted. This makes Hero's prediction come true! Holy fuck! Yo! Chat, this is fucking wild. Oh!
And look, Toko's dead.
Yeah, I saw that. I ignored her ugly, little, terrible self. Yo! I'm right at least 33% of the time. At least 20% doesn't eat. Oh my god. That's why. How they get little hoodies. How the hair come out just the fucking same, huh? That's fucking crazy. Oh, yuck! Fuck, chat. I fucked this up. Peace, but only inside the school. Why is Byakuya so happy too? I've never seen. He's happy because she's fucking dead. That's why. He's like, now I don't have to deal with her nagging me. And Hina's, fuck, man. Why'd she give Makoto a chance? Look at Makoto. Look at
You did this.
I didn't know. Let's get through this. Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Well, shit. Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Good. I'm glad you know where we're at. Don't. My first playthrough. My co-host here, Bakazombie, he guided me to do something a little silly. This is fucking wild. Hold on. My head hurts. Thank God they said we were dozing the fuck off, because that would have been awful. Holy shit. Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? I want to say real quick, it's still weird that she already... Wait. Now I need... Because of all that happening, I've lost my timeline. Where the fuck are we? So, all this happened after he still said, wait, you lied? Is that still currently where we're at? He already said
So
you lied?
You haven't said that she lied yet.
Okay.
You're going to decide if you want to pursue the lie or not.
Okay, because fucking Makoto. God, let's never do that again. Even though I said, hey, that's not that bad of a choice, I'm just saying. But still, no way. No fucking way. You guys put her through the ringer, too, all three of you guys?
It was only the two.
Yeah, the
Byakuya
one.
had a kid with Toko.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh my head. She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. But he did... Hold on. So, okay, I understand where we're at, again, timeline-wise. My head's not that jumbled. But he did already say out loud that you came in to save me. Is that was still publicly said at this point?
Yes, she said that she came in to save him.
That's still going to cause a whole bunch of problems because of the fact how would she have been able to do that. I don't know what it's going to change for the case or if it changes anything.
Because dipshit Makoto doesn't lock his room is why.
Oh yeah, we still have that fucking alibi no matter what, chat. Makoto doesn't lock his room. Ah, thank God. Thank God. Now it's a good time that he doesn't. What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. We don't just run away?
No. I don't know what Runaway does, but I assume it's nothing good.
What ending does that... Oh, because he'll abandon the thing. Yeah. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone.
I like how he's put his hand to his chest, but this is in his mind.
Yeah, this man has a fucking crazy imagination. Easy, does Runaway actually do something since I can't go back now? That's something you guys can't talk about. Does Runaway actually do something for people that know? If you guys have tested this out? There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
Probably. Fair enough, fair enough.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Uh-oh.
You! What are you trying to imply?
That you'll never have a kid with him.
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
What the fuck are we talking about here?
I don't see any other option.
How? What? You went with me to the room. What are we actually saying right now? What sense are we making?
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
His alibi was weak.
Well, no, Hero was
hidden
also in
side?
the garden.
Yeah,
He wasn't in the garden alone.
Hero was in the garden. That's where he found him.
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Gotta wait till his face pans in. See that dumb little smile?
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
Ooh, yeah, you hear the irritation in his voice?
What? Time's up?
That's a new distressed look. Makoto did it, chat. Every time somebody does something crazy, they get a certain distressed look. I've never seen Makoto look like this whole playthrough. I think Makoto did it, chat.
What do you mean, time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we.
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
This is wild. It's wild because one, we're not doing any comic book case over thing. Oh yeah. I don't understand what's going on.
Noise.
Hey.
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
We didn't vote. Huh? What? Yo, I'm so confused. You think I'm the killer?
Sorry, man.
Sorry.
It's all your fault.
Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone!
Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right.
Oh, this shit is fucked. No. I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense!
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it in the same way.
So what, now we're about to get a cut scene where they have babies with everyone else?
Thrills! Chills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
Wait, why do I... Oh. Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Ain't no way.
Bob? Makoto's starting to get squished.
I'm at a loss for words.
You were so convinced the main character couldn't die. Dude.
I don't believe it. Something's gonna go wrong. It is deserved for what he made happen, but no way.
He lands on his head and cracks his skull open.
Yeah, he's gonna die either way. But chat, I'm shocked.
What?
Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Hey, was that?
Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego?
You know what's annoying though? Why didn't Alter Ego do that for Kyoko?
Because Kyoko did it. Alter ego? Is this stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network! Damn it to hell! I don't believe this!
It would seem...
You finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you'll never see him again.
Yaha!
To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way that is even better special punishment.
You know what's funny though? I thought that this was gonna happen in the other ending. I thought it was gonna fake out and not smash Kyoko, and so she would get like a false sense of security and then still fall backwards. So it's kind of funny that that's what happens to Makoto.
But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what is the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
Now, it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Man, I got a hit of like Doki Doki when the way this upbeat this upbeat beat came up my chest. I was like, oh god.
Hey,
It's like
you'll keep getting that vibe as long, when we keep reading here.
oh no. I don't like that. I have to piss. So I'm sitting here holding on for dear life. Oh no.
Can you hold out for just a couple more minutes?
Of course. I got it.
We'll wrap up here after we get to...
The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in the top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name.
Sounding familiar?
Yeah, it does. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. You know, taking into account he's the ultimate lucky student, it made sense that he would somehow survive that dumb. It's dumb that he survived. It's dumb that he got picked, but he's the ultimate lucky student, so it makes sense that he wouldn't have gotten squashed. And it'll be lucky again that he'll somehow get out of whatever situation he's in. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. I wouldn't be surprised. But why are we coming back like this? I don't know. Doki Doki, a full game reset. What you thought happened didn't happen. Now it's gonna happen with distorted Ooh, if they added distorted characters, which give me super creepy vibes like they do with the messed up faces in Doki Doki. If they did something like that, oh man, I would probably yell. It would be the one-time heroes, right? He's a go. That would be hilarious. Ugh. Chad, I'm officially confused. Let's see where this goes. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Ugh. Finally. What? I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No. I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. Is he talking about Kyoko?
No, Chihiro.
Oh, Chihiro. That makes sense. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me. He looks very upset with me. But he saved me. And he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. for myself, and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here.
And with that, our pursuit of survival will have to wait till next time.
Chapter 5. What a game! What a game! Oh, this is good. I did not expect this to go out this way at all. Let me go ahead and hit him with a save. Chat, this was wild.
So chat, what you think? I know a lot of you came in here already know what's going on. We love having you here, of course. If you haven't, if you're on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, if you're on Twitch, you haven't followed, be sure to do that so you can catch our next stream, of course. But we still have some wrapping up thoughts. Hit them with us. Hit them with it. You know?
So, wrapping up thoughts. There was no closure to the case, so I don't know what's going on. It's fun watching me change my theory 20 times. It is. So, towards the end of that, I thought obviously it had to be Byakuya for those that I didn't just spurt that out to. I don't know for sure now because of what's going on. Finished today, no sleep. I'm sorry. It only made sense because he's the only one with a key. So for anything to be planted in Kyoko's room, it would have had to have been him. But it didn't make sense because it didn't explain how anything got brought to the garden. So that whole trial was wonked from the start. It was crazy. It was misguided, misleading. Oh man, I'm confused, but I'm ready to find out what happens. I'm very excited to find out what happens. Hina with the kids. Oh, what a twist. What a twist. My heart wasn't ready for that. My heart was not ready for that. Baka, do you remember how you felt when you got up to this point?
Confused, but I had different thoughts.
Okay, that's fair. He slammed some poon. He did. That guy's a legend. That's some legendary poon.
Like, mine was more, I know how it should be, but how did it get there? Like, I knew what the end game was supposed to be.
Okay.
And I'm like, but how are we getting there?
I'm a little bit more lost than Baka was when he got to this point. I'm a big theorizer, so I throw out a bunch of theories. And I think I have a bunch of stuff that leads me to these theories. But as you guys see, and it's okay to laugh about, I'm getting confused and tossed all over the place. It was really funny to see Kyoko just spin up and change on us. I didn't know why she did that. I'm more shocked. Ooh, what's happening? Ooh.
Tomorrow night, probably not.
Probably not.
Only because it depends. Like a perfect storm of things would have to happen. It would have to be because tomorrow is a work day after a holiday. So it would have to be that I work late enough to not play Pathfinder, but early enough that we could still stream. Because we are supposed to have Pathfinder tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Wednesday I have D&D. So maybe Thursday.
Maybe Thursday.
Because Friday I'll be gone for boys weekend. Boys.
Boys. Gotta love the boys.
So you want to know if you can stream or not? You're probably pretty safe to stream.
We'll see. If we can, we'll make it happen. If we don't, it'll happen this week. Question, but do you think we'll actually finish it this week, though?
I think we could knock it out on Thursday.
Okay. So we'll be able to knock it out. On Thursday, I won't hold too much speculation because we'll get a bunch of answers regardless, right?
I think so. Well, maybe it might take 2 more. It depends. It depends on how it goes. Either 1 or 2.
Yeah. Sounds good. But with that being said, oh man. Holy dooly. YouTube first, we appreciate you guys being here and we're so thankful. But we will see you guys next time. Remember, Baka Zombies, he's here with me. His info is in the description and he's tagged in the title. So please just click on that and give it a nice little sub. help this man out, help me out. It's all in good fun, and we love you guys either way. So
Don't bother. I'm deleting my channel after this.
with that being said, YouTube, we're out of here.